Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Always loud and passionate, these folks are ready to roar. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Gators will kick this deep to begin the game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. The game is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Receiver makes the catch. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. He's running out of time here. Gets rid of it on the move. Short throw complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. The Gamecocks looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but not before. It's a huge gain down to the 25.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense.
Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Gamecocks. Offense setting the tone early.
Well, this is a great way to start this game for this offense. Everything seems to be clicking. Quarterback's making great decisions. Here he makes a perfect throw to the receiver for a nice touchdown to get this game started right.
See if they can convert the point after. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for some space. It's Daniels. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on an offensive line and their running back.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And the Gators with 1st and 10 here. Testing the right side here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Pass is incomplete, but there's a penalty marker down. Might be roughing the quarterback. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Handoff heading left. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Gets made on the out route. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play.
South Carolina, 7, Florida, 0.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. And they're trying to push it in here. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
It just seems like he's inching his way to this goal line. He got about a yard. That's halfway. Now will they give it to him again to see if he can break the plane?
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed in that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
And the point after is good. The BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Getting set to kick the... That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. On first down, it's play action. And here comes a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. First down here for this offense. And on the carry, he's heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. In cover 3, the center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Looking for a gap. It's Baxter. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. He's going to take off. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, the pressure just couldn't quite get to him there. They forced him out to his right on that bootleg, but give him credit. He held his poise, looked at the entire field, couldn't find anybody open, and he just pulled it down and picked up a nice gain.
Breaks loose at the 45. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Press coverage now from these DBs. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. Second down after that previous play. They'll run it here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Oh, it's snapped to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if you're going to run an ISO play with that pulling guard, the running back's got to do a better job of getting behind those big linemen to hope that a hole will open up. Here he tries to bounce it to the outside, and there's just no room out there.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. The Gators will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, I like the call here, going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
The shotgun running play call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they'll get him down that time. Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. And the Gamecocks will send their punt team onto the field. Bringing you back, it's Hawkins. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down.
And the Florida offense will take over first and 10.
And the Gators offense retakes the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Here's the throw deep downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. The Gamecocks will crank up the tempo. They look to throw it here on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. And the Gamecocks will line up to boot it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. On the return, it's Hawkins. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? No press coverage. The DB is backing up now. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
It's a shotgun run call. Fights off a defender. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it away and get us going in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Florida offense retakes the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Just runs through a man, a mismatch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Here's the second down play. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Gators will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, play's going to blow up.
So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. On the ground, it's Baxter. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. Running back grabs it on a screen. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive game for the offense.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He's got a receiver wide open here. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks looking to run some tempo here. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they go in front here in the 2nd half.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 10. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Now the important point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Set to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. To throw, it's Sellers. The receiver makes the grab, and he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Lets it go. He pulls it in for a big gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Now that's how you execute. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after that big play, I'm all about taking a shot right to the end zone here.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Pulls it in. It's Adams. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there. The Gamecocks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking to scramble. And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the marker. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the Salk are able to bring him down quickly.
Gain of 2. 2nd down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina 21, Florida 14.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Back to pass. It's Lagway. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Punt over the middle. It's Hawkins. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, and he's got some space here. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
And this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line. Run that running back. Make sure he protects the football. And you got a great chance at a victory.
Heading left after the handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Finding some room at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
There he is. Finally, he's able to get on track and pick up some big yards here in the 4th quarter. It has been a relatively quiet game for him. The defense has done a nice job of bottling him up, but not there. He finally shows what he's capable of doing when he gets out in space and can show you that speed.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. There's a screen pass to the running back. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Gators offense retakes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down, looking to throw the football. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hawkins. He moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Back to throw. It's Lagway. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
They'll run it to the left. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And they heave it deep downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Gets the first and still running. Worked out at the 46. Good enough for a first down.
How impressive these guys have been up front today. Big third down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Gamecocks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Makes a quick grab. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents. This team really building some momentum.
I agree. I think there's a lot to build on with this team and what they've been able to do these last few games. We'll just have to see how far this streak